Next up at UFC 321, we have Alexander Volkov taking on Jailton Almeida in what is a very meaningful fight for this division. If Jailton wins, I imagine he is right there in line for a title shot regardless of what happens in the main event. If Alexander Volkov wins, he's also in that conversation because I think he just beat Cyril Gane despite not getting the nod. Alexander Volkov, 36-11 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, should be 5-0, taking on Jailton Almeida, 22-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5 as well. Alexander Volkov has been a top 10 heavyweight for 7 years. He's got good striking, high fight IQ. He's an absolute massive, savage human being. He has him listed at 6'7". Someone said he's actually 6'9". I don't know if that was a tweet. Yeah, is that a tweet you sent me? Somebody sent that to me where he's
if I sent it would be 8 or 9.
Somebody said he's 6'9", not 6'7", and he downplayed his height because he didn't want to be seen as a freak early in his career.
Manager downplayed it.
Yeah, because they didn't want him to be presented as a freak. So anyway, he's a freak. He's tremendous for this weight class.
I bet he's a sexual deviant.
He's got the eyes for it.
Yeah, he's got that light skin stare, huh? 6'7", 6'7", 6'7".
Dude, my daughters say that. It's so
6'7",
dumb.
6'7". I started doing that a little bit on the stream Saturday, and the majority of the chat was like, "Don't do that."
I think only children like that. Like I think every adult in this world is like, ugh. Listen, he's a good fighter. He's got offensive takedowns. We saw that in his last fight. We've seen him out jab people. We've seen him outwork people. He's a very, very good fighter. His length can be an issue for a lot of people. He's taking on Jailton Almeida. Jailton Almeida is an absolute wrestling beast. He does have some power in his hands, but you don't see it very often because he's shooting takedowns instantly. All but one of his wins are by stoppage, and the only reason he didn't get a stoppage in that fight is because he told the world, I want to show you I can go 25 minutes. He comes in hot. He relentlessly works for takedowns. Once he's on the ground, he will chase submissions. He will hit you. He's got fantastic control. He is strong as shit. He has good enough cardio to go for a very long time, and he is insanely dominant. He just TKO'd Sergey Spivak. I'm a giant Jailton Almeida guy. I've been advocating for him for years. I think I have quite literally picked him in every single UFC fight except the Parker Porter one. But that picture I showed earlier with me and Chris Barnett, Parker Porter's in that one as well. Him and I are personal friends in real life. The reality is Jailton Almeida should be able to get this fight to the ground almost whenever he wants to. And then when he gets it to the ground, he's just going to dominate from there. We watched Tom Aspinall do that. We saw Cyril Gane get him to the ground. Jailton Almeida is just too freaking good at wrestling to lose this fight. So he is the pick. I am pretty confident in that. My one and only concern here is literally how tall Alexander Volkov is, and if that's somehow going to pose an issue with getting the legs off the ground and dealing with that length in general. But Jailton is just too aggressive, too good of a wrestler. I think he wins this fight, and I think we're getting some pretty solid odds because of that. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, don't really listen to me on this one. I know that, I don't know, maybe listen to me, I don't know. I know I've been making some good predictions lately, but I always try to be honest when I'm a little bit biased. But this isn't like a weird bias. I've always been, and Angelo knows, I've always kind of been a Jailton hater. I've always said that he's a little bit fraudulent, that he's not really the guy that people think he is. Obviously, he gets on top of anybody, and it's gonna be a fucking issue, right? I'm also pretty high on Volkov. I'm a big Volkov guy. You know, he is. I think he's a dog. He's obviously a really, really high level striker. He's outstruck a lot of fucking people. And the length, I think that front kick, and I think that jab. If Jailton fucks around a little bit too much, like, cause he's kind of coming into fights and doing kind of the stand-up for 30, 40 seconds, a minute 30. Like, it used to be the front kick straight to a double. Everyone knew what he was going to do. Front kick, boom, straight to the double leg, and that's how he was getting the fights down. Now it's like, oh, I'm evolving as a fighter. You know, it's a big card. I'm going to show off a little bit of stand-up. He does that against Volkov and eats a front kick and a jab, and then he tries to start wrestling after that. If he gets cracked at all, Volkov is going to fucking smoke this guy. This does obviously come down to either takedown or bust for Jailton. It seems lately like he's kind of been wanting to show more of being like, I can do everything. I'm not who you think I am type of whatever. That would be a fuck. He needs to go back to the throw a front kick and shoot a fucking double leg. Get this fight around. You don't want to fuck around with Volkov on the feet, not even for a fucking minute. He is too long. And when you're a grappler, it's not really getting cracked like that. Like, Volkov will fucking crack your ass. So I'm actually picking Jailton. But I know this is a situation for me personally. I can't put money on this guy. I will never put money on this guy. I just think he's a little bit too, even his personality is like a little bit too, like, I don't know. It's hard. It's just a feeling. It's just hard to explain. So I've been fading him for a little bit, but I'm going to pick him here. But I can't bet that guy. He should. I mean, he should. If he gets a takedown, he's going to look crazy. But there's something about him. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've been confident in him for a long time, and even that only loss in the UFC is to Curtis Blades. He took Curtis Blades out 9 times in like 7 minutes. He just froze on the leg. He literally froze. Curtis would just bash the side of his head, and he kind of froze there. But solid bounce back wins after that. And Jailton Almeida, in my opinion, is just so good at one thing, and that's the only thing he'll need here. I think he wins this fight. I think he scores incredibly well in DraftKings Fantasy because of that. But obviously, when you are a top 10 heavyweight for 7 freaking years, the amount of experience you have in Alexander Volkov is unmatched. He quite literally has the most amount of experience of anybody else in the top 10 of this heavyweight division. There's nobody that has been there as long as him. But it's not going to matter if there's just one thing you can't stop, which would be the takedowns.
And being on top of Volkov is a little bit different too, because he's just a big motherfucker, man. I mean, He knows what he's doing. I mean, he's not like a high level black belt or anything, but he knows how to survive. And if he just pulls guard over those long ass legs and being able to control posture and stuff like that, I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking for reasons. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to this. I am pretty confident in Jailton. I've been saying for a while. I think he deserves... Listen, first of all, Volkov beat Gane in this last fight. That was a bad decision. I had Gane in the safety parlay, and the safety parlay hit. So there's no bias, no cope whatsoever. I think Volkov won that fight.
The crazy part is they told Volkov, hey, you won that fight. We're going to take care of you. And not only did they not give him, but they put him on the same card watching Gane fight for the fucking... That's fucking a slap in the face, man. I love Volkov. Volkov's so good.
I think Almeida should have gotten this title shot. If you're going to do it, it should be Almeida. He's got the best record right now of any of them. He's getting
tossed around by Sergey Spivak.
And then he won that fight by KO,
tossed
correct?
Around.
Thought so. Jailton Almeida is my pick. Jailton Almeida is Jacob's pick. And if you want to see what the artificial intelligence has to say or any of the other cappers, you want to check out all the bets or all the tools, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. It's $10 for an entire month. There's no upsell. There's no cross-sell, no weird tiers or packages. $10, WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top.